All right, so we are leaving now for Momocon. We are off con to a rough start. Like many people, we got the cancellation email for our room at the Signia Hotel, and they relocated us to another hotel down the road. But 10 minutes in Atlanta traffic is not always 10 minutes. So we're kind of starting off on a rough start, but we're not going to let it ruin our cons. So unfortunately, our Momocon started with receiving the email 2 days prior about the Signia canceling our room, which was super stressful and just kind of disheartening because, you know, we loved the Signia up until this year. You know, we stayed the first year it opened, and then we made sure that we stayed at it during AWA because AWA is also at the Georgia World Congress Center now, and we were just so distraught about it, to be honest. We probably reacted a little bit more dramatically than we probably should have. But, you know, it really did kind of just throw a wrench in our Thursday night, unfortunately, because, you know, we couldn't just go up to the room and lay down when we were tired. Everyone knows that Momocon is such an exhausting con, walking nonstop from one end of the hall of the artist alley and dealer's room to the hotel, and then we didn't really even have that option because we had to stay at the Hilton downtown, which is one of the Dragon Con hotels. It is a nice hotel, but unfortunately, as you'll see later, that we had a problem there too. We checked in late, and you know, we were supposed to have 2 beds. They only gave us 1. We had a pretty large group, so we had to make that work. One of my friends had to sleep on the floor, which, you know, after walking around all day, and he traveled from Florida to Atlanta, so, you know, after being in the car for 8 hours, walking around Momocon, he had to sleep on the floor, which, you know, I tried to take the floor spot, and, you know, but Jake's a nice guy. Jake is probably the nicest guy in our group. So unfortunately, we did have that happen. And then the Hilton, both the Hilton and the Signia gave us a hard time about our parking. We were promised complimentary parking for up to 2 cars. I have an email saying so, but, you know, it's frustrating. Like, you know, this was the start of our convention that we've been looking forward to all year, and this is how it starts. You know, so we started on a very low beat, but we were determined to turn it around and, you know, have some fun. All right, so we just got to the convention. We dropped our car off with the Signia Valet. They were giving us complimentary parking since they screwed us over for the room for the night. So we're gonna go check out the con and see what's going on. Oh, okay, we can't go down until 2? All right, thanks. So we got here super early. My wife and I have a tendency, a really bad one, to get to conventions really, really early. The con does not start till 2. It is 10 a.m. So I guess we're gonna find some trouble to get into and go from there. All right, so it's almost noon now. The con still hasn't started. We're getting food. Jake, Carolina, and Charles are on their way. They're not going to be here until later tonight, though, but we're hungry. One of the escalators is already broken in the Omni. The con hasn't even started yet, and it's not going to start till 2. So we're off to a great start. All right, they're finally letting people into the con, so we are on our way to go now. Let's go! All right, we are finally in the dealer's hall. The line wasn't that bad. It only took like 25 minutes or so, but it is huge. We thought we were at the end of it, but apparently not. We're gonna keep trying to go until the end, and then we'll just make a giant circle. But yeah, it's really cool in here. Momocon has one of the best artist alleys out of all of the Georgia conventions. Or at least the cons that we've been to. This one's probably our favorite. Let us know in the comments if you have a personal favorite for where you buy your Artist Alley merch.
That was... Oh, they have so much stuff. They have a Dollar Charm.
So we just got done walking through the dealer's room, and we spent probably, I don't know, an hour and a half in there, and then we got out and we were like, oh crap, we didn't even look at the video game or the gaming room. It's just so big. We had a lot of cool things to see and say in there. What were some of your favorite things? I don't know why I sound like Kermit the Frog there.
There was a booth with a lot of Elden Ring and Bloodborne, and I need to go back there immediately.
She likes her Souls games, which is crazy because when I met her when we were just best friends, she hated anything Souls related, said they were just difficult to be difficult and weren't fun, and then all of a sudden Bloodborne happened, and that's all it took. They actually do a really cool panel on the feminism in Bloodborne, and if we're ever at a con running that, you should definitely check it out. A lot of cool things that you probably wouldn't have noticed at first glance, but it goes into a lot of cool lore stuff. They're very passionate about a lot of the things that they get into, and that just happens to be one of them. Also, my bag is like 20 pounds, if not more. All that's in there is like my camera equipment. I have 2 lenses, my camera, and then my Yeti. It's really not a lot of stuff in there. It's just a heavy bag, which is great for photo shoots, but I'm going to figure something else out tomorrow because walking around with this, I am just dying. So it's Friday morning of Momocon. Yesterday I just completely zoned out, forgot to get or video. But when we got to the Hilton last night, after the Signia relocated us, they gave us a 1-bedroom room instead of a 2-bed like we were supposed to have. And so the whole Signia thing just kind of continued to get worse, but we're hoping today we could turn that around. We're still all waking up and stuff. I'm in my Luffy cosplay or halfway into it, but yeah. We are finally checked into the Signia, and I think we are honestly having the worst luck. So first, the Hilton would not grant us our complimentary parking that we were promised for up to 2 cars, and then we couldn't check into the Signia without paying the early check-in fee. And I was like, even though we've been through so much, and they canceled our room on Thursday, and they were like, tough luck. And then they wouldn't tag our luggage because we had a trolley, which is weird. They're like, we can leave it here open in the lobby, but we can't put a tag on it. So we were kind of just forced to do the check-in fee, and hopefully we're off to a better start now, but it has been a rocky road going in so far. Normally Momocon is not like this, so it's frustrating and it does kind of dampen our spirits, but we're gonna have a good con. We're here with the crew, and we just got out of the Studio Trigger drawing panel, and it was honestly really cool. They drew Sinchi and Marcel in like an hour. It was really impressive, but they had a lot of cool insight, and it was a lot of fun. We're walking around the dealer's room now to just kind of chill since Jake and Carolina and Charles got here after it closed yesterday, and so we're just gonna mose around and see if we see anything cool to buy. Spend all our money.
Thank you for so fun.
Charles, what are you looking for the most in this artist alley?
Boobs.
Boobs?
Yeah.
That's very, with your Mushuko Tensei, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Hi.
Hi.
Got it.
Of course you are.
There's nothing going on.
I think a wonderful running gag would just be Charles,
Charles
standing there.
Awkwardly?
Yeah.
That's the new thing, is how awkward can we make Charles feel? Or our special Rhythm with the Tism featuring Charles. Video. So we've been in the dealer's room for about an hour, and I think we're only like 2-3 aisles in with Jake and Carolina. They are literally looking at every table and every detail. They're having a really good time. It's fun watching them spend money. They have spent so much money. So is Charles. Charles is buying every print. I'm here for it.
What do you want me to say? You didn't prep me.
Say things.
I just want to find the stamp rally for the MXTX.
There you have it, folks.
Oh, there. Okay. Well, yeah, they're gonna wait. Just look at me spend all my money. Charles spent another $100.
Charles, how much money do you think you've spent
I don't know, $300, $400 already.
on aisle 2, 3? 3? Aisle 3. That's $100 an aisle, bro.
Mostly Prince. I had a week for Prince.
Charles, it has been my pleasure to watch your financial downfall in the artist alley.
Yeah.
How much do you think you've spent?
I don't know, a lot.
And we didn't even like go halfway through. We're just going to get food, so yeah, more to come.
I got my titties.
He got his titties. What is up? I just got done doing a couple photo shoots. I changed out a Luffy. Photo shoots went really well, I think. They were just quick, little ones, and so got those done. Right now I am just resting. My feet are killing me. This was not as easy doing as it was when I was like 18. Been going to Momocon since 2011, and I feel my age 100%. After all the hotel drama was done and subsided, this was definitely a lot more fun. Really, the Signias and Hilton's drama and all their chaos kind of ruined Thursday, to be honest, but today has been really great. The gang has been having a lot of fun. You know, we've spent most of our time in the artist alley and dealers hall. Most of our time has been spent walking, to be honest. I think 75% of our time has just been walking. Normally when we finish a con, we range about 40 miles in walking, according to like, you know, the health tracker on iPhone. I don't know how accurate that is. My feet definitely feel like that's accurate, but you know, it's a lot of walking. Momocon especially, it's very heavy on the feet. All that concrete in the artist alley and dealer's room. But we're excited for the night, and you know, we'll see what kind of stuff we can get into. All right, so Ashley is turning in for the night, and so I'm gonna go play board games with Charles, Jake, and Carolina. They also had some of this Baja Blast Mountain Dew. It's got Cabo, I think is what it was called. It's disgusting. Charles loves his Mountain Dew, and I took one. He's gonna be mad that I don't like it. Those are his babies. All right. You know, one thing I've noticed that this year, it's really, so let me rephrase that. So at AWA and the Signia, everyone was in this lobby and chilling out, but for some reason, I don't think they let them at Momocon, which is kind of weird because it's the same crowd generally. But they enforce the rules a little bit more, and I don't know why. I would say that AWA has more of the like rowdier crowd, but I don't know. If you know why, let me know in the comments. All right, I've run into a few people I know, and they've stopped to talk to me. I didn't want to be vlogging or videoing while I was talking to people, but yeah, it's super fun this year, even though that the hotel has been assholes, which I don't really appreciate. I don't really want to stay at the Signia again because of all the crap that my group has gone through, and doesn't really give me confidence in returning next year to the Signia, but I think that opinion is shared amongst a lot of people. But overall, Momocon in any convention is what you make it out to be, and I think that's something that I've realized as I've gotten older, because ultimately most conventions are the same. the dealers halls are always going to have, you know, price figures and wall scrolls and just kind of the common items. And then Artist Alley will be a little bit different depending on the artist of that region, but conventions are all the same, and to the most part, same vibe. You got to make them right and good and fun. Also, one thing I do want to know are my feet are fucking killing me. They hurt so bad. I think I really need to invest in like some sort of inserts in my shoes or something, but damn, Momocon always wears the bottom of my feet out. It feels awful. Another thing, unfortunately there's no real short walk from any hotel to Hall B at Momocon. They're all pretty long. The Signy is nice. It's a newer hotel. Everyone's favorite is the Embassy. The Embassy has such loyal guests. Everyone loves the Embassy. It makes it a super hard hotel to book during the convention Hunger Games, and I hate that. I hate that we have that system in play. I wish there was a better way to do that, but unfortunately, conventions are becoming popular. It's just gonna be how it is, you know? It's when I started going in 2011, like, it wasn't like that. If you wanted to get a hotel room while you were at the con and you're just like, you know what, I want to stay here tonight, you could. It's crazy. But you know, back then, they weren't near the capacity that they are now. I think AWA was like 12,000 people when I started going. And you know, Momocon was littler than that. And it was at the Technology Square, so it's cool to see it grow. I just got done board gaming it up with Jake and Charles in Carolina. It's about midnight. We're gonna call it a night. Start early tomorrow. I have a cosplay group meetup to do tomorrow morning. Right now, I'm really not feeling it because of how tired I am. Also, I'm extremely sore, but we'll see how it goes. Hopefully it's a lot of fun, and we're doing a metaphor group, so.
Hello. Ohio gozaimasu.
What did you say?
What did you say, boy?
I'll tell you what. Okay, we're kind of off to a late start, especially for us. It's 12 o'clock now on Saturday. We're heading down to the Artist Alley. I haven't really gotten to shop yet. Seen friends and I have gotten distracted, but it's going down. I'm about to blow all my money, see if I can beat Charles. So yeah, we did have a metaphor meetup, and I was in Fidelio. My wife was in Juna. That was fun. Unfortunately, a lot of our group did fizzle out though, which is why I didn't get any videos of it. But yep, gonna see what the Artist Alley has in store for us. Do you think that we're gonna spend more than Charles?
I certainly hope not.
I will say one thing I'm extremely grateful for this year is that it's not miserably hot outside. Like, you can step outside and not want to die. That's a nice feeling, especially for Atlanta in May. Our humidity is so awful. It just makes everyone miserable. We definitely earn the term Hotlanta. But this year, the weather's being kind. Crazy. Alright, so Ashley and I are trying to kill time before the cosplay contest. We really want to go to the Yard, which is a milkshake bar. It's really, really good. So we're trying to figure out how we can fit dinner, the Yard, cosplay contest. The problem is that Jake, Caroline, and Charles do not want to go to the cosplay contest, and we only get to see them like a handful of times a year, if that. So that's kind of our dilemma right now. They don't really want to go, but we really want to see them, and I don't know, kind of sucks having to choose, but we'll see who wins.
Selfie.
How's your con going, Charles?
Oh, it's wonderful.
Is it?
Yeah. Subarashi.
What is that?
Wonderful.
In Japanese?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Are you sure it's pronounced correctly like that, or are you?
Yeah, that's pretty close.
Okay.
I'm not Japanese, so.
All right.
Thank you. I needed more stuff in my backpack.
So what do you think about Momocon in comparison to AWA?
I think Momocon's better.
Yeah, absolutely.
Since somebody lost all their feathers. What do you think? Do you think Momocon's better than AWA?
Do I think Momocon is better than AWA? Absolutely. I used to be a ride hard and die for AWA, but they have lost my trust and broken my heart.
Do you think Momocon's better than MegaCon?
I haven't been to MegaCon.
Oh, rip.
I want to go to MegaCon, but, we just haven't gotten to go yet. Okay, we'll go to MegaCon. No need to yell.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll do that sometime soon.
Yeah, maybe.
let us know down in the comments below if you would like to see the captain's crew at MegaCon. Right, Charles?
The captain's crew.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna call the people. I don't know, us, the people.
It is a board game Kickstarter called the captain's crew.
Is it? Well, damn, I didn't say that. You didn't hear me. Don't copyright me. Video 1, copyright strike.
Copyright strike. Fantastic.
We're actually on our way to go get dinner. We're gonna go to this pizza place. We're actually walking outside because it actually is really nice this weekend, which is, I don't know, it's unbelievable because Momocon, it's always scorching hot and humid, and I don't know, it feels weird to enjoy being in the sun at Momocon. But yeah, we're gonna go to this pizza place, and then I think we're gonna get milkshakes after that, and I actually convinced them to go to the cosplay contest with us. What? All 3 of them too, isn't that crazy? All right, Jake, how was your first Momocon?
It's fantastic. The walking is exceptional.
What is one takeaway that you feel like you've taken from this weekend?
It's great to be with friends and have a lot of money.
You have a lot of money?
No, you need a lot of money.
You need a lot, yeah, definitely.
There's too many things to buy here.
Yeah, that's why we have American Express.
That's right.
Sponsor us. And my favorite human in all of creation, what has been your favorite part of the weekend?
Hanging out with everyone's been fun. I had a good time at the Fire Emblem photo shoot. Yeah, I think those are the highlights.
So we ended up not being able to get into the cosplay contest because we got there, I think, right at starting, and the line was already way too long. They got to max capacity. Basically, the rave is where the convention was held last year, so that's cool. But Charles,
Hey, what's up?
how do you feel about missing the cosplay contest?
It was devastating.
He's really sad about it.
I wear everybody else's emotion on my sleeve.
he emotes quite a bit, and he just got done crying. I'm sorry to bring it up. Charles, if you had to recommend one niche anime that people don't really know about that sleep on, what anime would you tell them to watch?
Kokoro Connect.
That's a good one. That's a good one. Jake, if there's one niche anime that you would recommend to people that you think is really good, what anime do you think they should watch?
I don't know. I know I've been thinking about this for a while, but I have no clue. I don't watch niche anime.
All right, something from like the early days.
Early days. I used to read Beat a lot. I like that one.
Jake is cool. He goes here. All right, Carolina.
No prep. What is this?
All right, Carolina. Let's try this again. One niche anime. Go.
The Ace Attorney anime.
All right, Ashley. If you could recommend one niche anime to people, what anime would it be?
Raven of the Inner Palace.
That is a good one. And it's newer, too.
It's so funny, bro.
That's just wild.
I was educated him that day. It was great.
Impreg was crazy to learn about.
I moved past most Emperor. You know, it wasn't long ago that I found one. But,
Oh, well, see, we
have a good premise.
It's just trans now.
It's right for the most part, but and there were the lawless times. You know, they're just made up whatever reason.
See, we had to have the impreg talk because one of my Donleys, he gets pregnant, and so we had to have the call.
Some
Is this the
fans are
fish
easy.
one
This
that
is
you're
the
talking
fish
about?
one. It had, like certain fans are easy. Like in my hero, you can do whatever you want. Anything's a quirk. You can do whatever you want. Yeah, he's pregnant. Sure, it's a quirk. Whatever. So that makes it easy. Other ones it's harder to like explain away. So I'm like, if you can get a good reason, I'll read it.
Oh, yeah.
Because it's like, because it's like
I've seen that happen. I've read the description. There's so many. There's so many. Where it's like, oh, the quirk is they lost their memory only for 24 hours and whatever fucking reason they want.
All right, so it's about 1:30. We've been playing a game called Headbands for the last hours. I think we're finally going to retire, call our last night together. Super sad though, because Charles and gang are leaving first thing in the morning. I hate to see them go, but we've had a good Momocon with them, and we'll see what happens on Sunday. Did you have fun playing Headbands, Charles?
Yeah. You know how to laugh
Yeah.
at everybody's expense. We all got stuff with dumb shit. All bageling. It's unfortunate.
We're trying to go out this exit that we're supposedly allowed to, but no one's over here, and it's like 1:30 in the morning, so sometimes you gotta risk it for the biscuit. See, I just don't think we're allowed to go out here, but Charles is saying that he got a push notification from the Momocon app saying that we could just leave through these exit door, end up in Hall C, and then go straight to the hotel. But again, no one's over here. So guess we'll find out if the doors are locked. Alright, a moment of truth, here we come. Huh? We're through? The promised land. Alright, here we are. We're in Hall C. It's kind of cold over here because no one's over here.
Yeah, see, just stick this right here in the Sea Hall.
Yeah. Too bad we can't enter here. That would be nice.
Yeah, you can't come in this way. Well, there's that door.
Back door only.
That was pretty cool. Nice, easy exit. With the fucking ups and downs, man. Because we're still in the hall.
Welcome to Hall C, the worst hall in the Georgia World Congress Center, home to AWA. Soon to be Georgia's worst anime convention. I have a love-hate relationship with AWA. It used to be my favorite, and then it just went sideways along the way. I just think with Momocon, they actually take the time to grow and listen to their audience, and AWA just, I feel like they haven't grown despite the venue change, and I just wish that we saw more from them. Their organization's definitely nowhere near the level that Momocon's is, and it would be great to see that kind of growth and just focus driven into AWA. And this, I know it sounds like I'm bashing it, but I do want to see them succeed. I love that con. It's special to me. I'm just frustrated with it. Listen, I hate Hall C. Hall C is so bad. It's just boring. It's so long. It's very spacious, but there, even if you have decorations, you don't have enough because of how wide and open it is. Hall C is the worst hall. I think a lot of people feel this way. I think a lot of us were kind of disappointed when AWA was going to be in Hall C. I'm starting to realize that AWA is kind of like the ex-girlfriend you can't get over with me, and I hate that, really. Like I said, AWA has been my favorite convention to me for so many years. I think it just was home at the Cobb Galleria Center and the Renaissance Waverly, and, you know, it's just sad to move from that. It's just something that, you know, a lot of people can't get over. Definitely me. I feel like I bring it up constantly, but...
Matt, watch this.
Dang, he flipped a bottle. Nothing needs to be said. He did it. Charles, you just flipped that bottle, bro.
Yeah, I did.
First try.
Yeah.
How do you do it?
You know, greatness.
Just raw sex appeal and pure talent. That's how.
That's right. I forgot to get everybody's spirits up real quick.
That's not the only thing you've raised.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah, brother. Jake and Carolina are way back there.
Yeah, they are. Look at them.
What's going on with my hair? My hair looks like a bowl cut. What is? Those headbands mess me up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's pretty great. Yeah, I mean, technically, if we went the other way, we'd have to go down, over, and then back.
Yeah.
We had to make a big U. And this
Yeah.
we just come out here and then go left. And we're good.
Yeah, but we don't get to see cosplay coming this way.
I saw cosplay on the way here.
You saw like two. Are you going to bed with them, or do you want to walk around for a little bit?
No, I think I'm gonna lay down.
Charles,
Yeah.
it's the last night. You don't want to go.
I'm good.
You don't want to people watch?
We had a lot of fun.
Did we? We don't. There's no need to end this party, bro. What the?
Unfortunately, the party has to.
Let's keep this party going, man. What's his name? Splurge McKenzie? Is it Splurge
I don't know.
McKenzie? Futurama? Oh, all right. Well,
Not into that. I mean, pretty cool.
all right. Well, I guess with that, Momocon Saturday has come to a close. All right, so we just said goodbye to Jake, Carolina, and Charles. This is always the worst part of the con for me, to be honest. I hate saying goodbye to our friends. They're on their way back to Florida. We're gonna go chill at Momocon for a few more hours probably, and then we're gonna go home and take a nap. I definitely want to buy more prints from the artist alley. And yeah, I did not get any cosplay in my vlog, and I think there's a lot of stuff that I was like, oh, I could have done this, and I just kind of thought about it after the fact. But this is my first vlog, so, you know, live and learn as you go. Yeah, it's funny, but it's so relatable. You can just see and feel the exhaustion on everyone on the last day of the con. You know, everyone's had to deal with the hassle of checking out of the room, packing their cars, or taking them to storage, and we're all just dead to the world, and so Sundays are always bittersweet. If you made it all the way to the end of this video, I just wanted to say thank you. This was my first time vlogging, and you know, going to conventions is something that I'm really passionate about. I've been doing it for so long now. I really just wanted to start documenting these memories that we're making along the way. And so, you know, there were a lot of things that I learned as I was doing it, you know, and I will do better as I go forward with more videos and stuff. But yeah, if you have tips, you know, things or areas of improvement that I can work on, let me know in the comments. I'm open to, you know, critical feedback and stuff. It's greatly appreciated. And again, if you've watched this, I really just want to say thank you. Momocon is my favorite con. It's awesome to see it grow. It's going to be in both halls A and B next year, which is phenomenal. I love hall A. It's very nostalgic. It used to be there for so long, and it's nice to return. So I'm really excited about that. You know, I'm hoping that Jake, Charles, and Carolina can come again next year. Charles' wife Gabby usually comes with us. She's part of our AWA crew, but unfortunately she couldn't get off work. So we're excited to have her with us next year, and you know, a lot of good things along the way. And I think, and our next con is Holiday Matsuri, or Hall Mat. We're excited about that. A lot of good things to come, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and all that good stuff. Bye-bye.